And the show is going to be brought to you by all P&P Pest Control. If bugs are bugging you, you should be bugging them. They're residential and commercial, full service pest control service. So that's who I use, that's who I promote. And we'll have a commercial with them later on in the show. All right. Man, let's get it cranked up. All right, we got Nikki. Nikki, wave at the people. We got Nikki Hammonds in here, and we got Tricia Sedlecki. Wave at the people, Tricia.
Pittsburgh.
They have a special place in my heart because they still a fan like me.
And we know.
Right? And hey, I just want to go a little bit introductions, Nikki. Just kind of whatever kind of introduction you want to say to people, just give it to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nikki Hammonds, retired athlete, kind of.
You don't ever retire as an athlete, right?
Listen, I've had so many knee blowouts that I'm bound for a knee replacement. So
you might retire then.
I'm still CrossFit though, and love the Steelers.
Yeah.
14 son, about to be going on 21.
Yeah. Yeah. Where you from, Nikki?
From Mount Pleasant, Texas.
Mount Pleasant. Wow. Mm-hmm. And then did you live anywhere else besides Dallas?
I lived in Montana. Lived on an Indian reservation up there. And I lived in Minnesota, Florida.
That's interesting. Indian reservation. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why Indian reservation?
My dad was a cowboy, so he there was some stuff that had happened with him and his wife, and he wanted to get away and move to cowboy country, and we moved up there, and he started ranching, and that was it.
Now that's an interesting story.
Yeah, it sure is.
What do you remember? What's your fondest times of that time?
Oh man, I feel like I've done my son no justice by not taking him up there, because it's the community. The sense of community is amazing with all the ranchers and everything. But even getting to know the elders on the reservation and know the culture, and I had such good experiences. I'd go to powwows, all the rodeos. For me, it was really good.
Have you did anything since then? Maybe go, I want to take my kids up to Oklahoma on the reservations and stuff like that. Have you did anything since then to kind of reconnect with that culture or anything?
No, I'm still friends with everybody I went to school with. Right. A lot of white kids have a hard time up there. If you live on the reservation, they don't really accept you.
I can imagine.
My family were taken in, and everybody was so good to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how long did y'all stay up there?
For 4 years.
4 years, okay.
I remember running in a track meet and being in the blocks, and it was snowing.
How they keep the snow off the track?
I mean, by then it's usually going to melt by the time it hits.
Okay.
I mean, and now if it's big snow, they're going to cancel it. You're not going to run in the snow.
Oh, I was going to say, did they bring out a heater and go around the track, and then y'all just y'all make it happen?
Back in the day, they would have the boys' football heat in the jars.
Yeah.
We would take that and rub it on our legs and put our tights on over it.
Right.
Oh, my God. But don't let it get in your drawers.
Oh. Oh. That was a trick that the upperclassmen did to us. They put that in your jock. So.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Yeah. All right. We got Ortiz Moore watching. We got a long time listener, Stacy Payne. And what's up, my sister, Lynette Walker? What's up, Big Mama? She's a skinny girl, but I call her Big Mama because she got so many grandkids. Lord. All right, Tricia, give us an introduction, Tricia.
Hi, I'm Tricia Sedlecki. I was born in Michigan, but only lived there for a year and a half. And then we moved to Pittsburgh.
Whoa.
And moved to Texas when I was 12, but it doesn't matter because once you watch the Steelers play football,
right,
it's over.
That's it.
My earliest memories are sitting in the crook of my dad's arm watching the Steelers play in the Super Bowl in the 70s.
Wow.
That was my earliest memory. I grew up playing football. I was my dad's boy. He had 2 girls, so
Right. Yeah.
I was the one that went duck hunting and watched football and did all the fun stuff with him.
Yeah.
So I grew up in north of Pittsburgh, in the woods, in the farmlands. So
Yeah.
then been down in Texas. I've moved lots of places. I went to school in Mississippi. I've lived in Oklahoma for 12 years. I've lived in Michigan, Pennsylvania, all over the place. I've lived and traveled a lot. So,
what part of Mississippi did you stay in?
Oxford. I went to Ole Miss.
Oh, Ole Miss. Okay.
Yep. That was a last-minute decision. I got scared to go really far from home. I was slated to go to Michigan, and I ended up at Ole Miss because I liked their marching band. And funny fact, I went to Plano High School, and our high school marching band was bigger than the Ole Miss marching band. That's how big Plano.
Yeah.
Enormous. I played the French horn, and I was in the marching band, so I got to go to all the football games. We got to go down to New Orleans and play LSU. We got to go to Tennessee. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool experience.
What's your best place that you like to live?
That I'd like to live?
No, like that you live so far. 'Cause you've been all over.
Probably, I would say where I lived Pittsburgh.
Right.
Because we lived at the end of a neighborhood, and behind us was cornfields and woods. So we ran wild and, played in the creeks and built go-karts. And we used to get the little electrical fence open, and we'd run across the pasture where the bull was and climb the apple orchard trees and sit up there and eat apples until the bull would wander away. And if my kids did any of that kind of crap, I would kill them.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say that loud on video to give them any ideas. They're grown now. But, yeah, Pittsburgh's probably my favorite place I've ever lived. I did enjoy Michigan. My grandparents lived in Michigan, and I lived there every summer. Every summer I went to Michigan and stayed the whole summer at my grandparents.
Right. It's interesting. I say that about my kids. Like, I don't think they'll grow up kind of like we did. I grew up in Galveston and Texas City, and my grandparents live in Galveston. They live like 2 or 3 blocks away from each other. So, like, I grew up with all my cousins on both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's like,
we did too.
and I was the oldest on both. Well, I was the oldest, pretty much the oldest on both sides. So I seen them all. We all grew up together. It's like I'm the big brother of everybody. So,
yeah. I was one of the younger cousins, so we got picked on.
Yeah.
My mother was Irish, so everybody had like 8 kids on one side, 6 kids. So they were cousins.
Big families.
But yeah, that's what we did for family vacations. We would drive from Pittsburgh down to Galveston. Yeah. Everybody would go to Galveston, and we'd rent beach houses for a week or 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. All right, let's get into the show. Hey, Polly, what's going on? My sister Polly Johnson is chiming in right now. We're gonna get into some of the sports issues and youth events. Now, I want to start out with Nikki, because Nikki, you left out that you coached, right? You coach football, right? Which is that's an interesting perspective for a woman to coach football. You coach your son?
Coach my son, and then I also helped with linebackers with one of the women's teams.
Yeah. So how'd you? I'm pretty sure you just love football then, even before your son, right?
Oh yeah. When I played, I was at a basketball game.
Hold on, you were playing before your son, or you played after your son?
No, I played before. I played women's semi-pro for 4 years.
Oh, okay. I thought that was after your son. I didn't know that.
I played flag after him, but before him, I played semi-pro.
Right.
And I'll never forget the girls coming in there asking us, who wants to come and try out for football? And I was like, wait, I get to hit somebody and I don't get in trouble? Okay, I'll be there. So I went home, got my dog, went up to the practice and watched, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll play.
Yeah.
And they put me, originally they had put me at DB, and I was like, no, I'm not a DB. I want to play linebacker. And then they moved me to linebacker, and that's where I stayed.
Okay.
Oh.
Man, cool.
I played a little bit of fullback. I was a horrible running back. So.
Interesting. So we're getting into the youth football. I don't know if everybody's seen this Gerald Williams. You know, it was kind of bad. He hit like a little league guy. One of his team, one of his boys on his team. I mean, looked like he was about 8 or 9.
Yeah, he was 9.
He was 9, but he was hitting him like he stole, like he was a grown man and stole something from him.
But you talking about the head coach? The head coach, right?
He was the head coach.
He hit him twice.
Yeah,
he went. Yeah.
Well, he hit him, and then what made it worse, he went back.
Yes.
Yeah, he walked away. Down.
Well, he looked like he could have calmed down, maybe, but I guess he did, and he went back and did the same thing, almost. Well, just as bad to me.
Did you see that first hit? He didn't grab the kid's helmet. He didn't slap the kid's helmet. He reared back and went forward like a grown man throwing a punch at a 9-year-old. And that kid weighs, 45 pounds? He was a little kid.
Right.
I mean, reared back like a punch. It was unexcusable. Absolutely unexcusable.
Yeah.
Now, this was in Texas, right? Texas or?
No, this is
Georgia.
Georgia.
Kissimmee, Florida. And Nikki, what's your perspective? Nikki, you coach Little League, so I know.
You don't ever touch a kid, period.
Right.
I don't care. You might want to grab somebody's helmet, but I've never experienced an issue with my son playing. He's always been blessed to have coaches who, if they were grabbing his helmet, it was to pump him up. It was like, good play,
Right.
I can't, even now, if I saw a high school coach put his hand on my son, he won't make it home.
Yeah, it'd be a problem.
Don't touch kids, period.
Right.
I don't care how old they are. As an adult, you have to have enough control. I mean, I had a kid tell me, you ain't my fucking mama. I don't have to listen to you.
Yeah.
Oh, I
did want to grab him, and I did want to put hands on him, and I didn't. I sat him down, and you just don't play him, period.
Yeah.
Like, you don't beat a kid's ass for not making the play or for talking back or whatever the case may be. You just don't.
Right. It's different now. I don't know how it would be perceived if you grab the helmet. I don't think I have a problem with it because I did my stepson like that sometime, when he was playing.
It's different too, though. If you have a relationship with coaches, like these little league coaches, a lot of times parents have a relationship with them, especially single moms, right?
Right.
Single moms end up having that relationship. And I've always told coaches, man, wear my son's ass out. Don't be soft.
Right.
Wear your ass out.
Right. That's the thing.
But you don't beat on him and you don't knock him to the ground. Talk to him rough, and that's okay. He'll get the picture. You don't have to put your hands on him and knock him to the ground. Right.
Now, what age do you think this kid was? He
was 9.
9?
Yeah, he's 9 years old. The guy's a counselor at a prison, So he's trained in stressful situations and talking people down and giving them better actions, better tools to react to situations. That's his job. And as an adult, I mean, we do it every day. As a parent, I have 2 kids, and believe me, one of them almost didn't make it out of 11th grade because I was about to take her out. Everybody has those moments. And as an adult,
you have those moments, right?
Your job, you're a neighbor that you can't stand, a boss. Everybody has those moments in life, and you have to learn how to deal with them. And he not only is teaching that kid, it was right after a play, the kid made a mistake, so do like Mike Tomlin, bench him. Wide receiver, you're not going to catch the ball, you're benched, and you're not going in the second quarter. You're not going in the third quarter because you're not doing your job. There's other ways to teach him. And nobody learns in anger. Nobody learns anything in anger. And you teach them to react in anger, which, happened in Texas with that player.
No. That happened in Florida. The other one happened in Texas with the
kid
ref.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which is ridiculous. Because
what's ridiculous is that he got suspended last year because it happened on a soccer field. This is the second time this kid has done this.
Right.
Oh, he hit another round?
I guarantee you, it's not second. He's probably done it. He's done multiple shit.
He's done it a lot. That's why they're coming down hard on the school,
the coach, and the school
coach, because it's not when you a kid and you can go out there on a ref like that. That ain't your first time. That you done stuff like that multiple times.
You see the players,
and people let you go get away with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. His friends on the team were going with him because they knew it was gonna, but they weren't fast enough.
They weren't fast enough,
and they were 2 steps behind. That was the problem. If he was faster, maybe if he had been a wide receiver, he might have caught him. But he wasn't fast enough because he knew what was going to happen. That guy took off.
Hold on, what'd you say, Nikki?
But the coaches knew too. The coaches were right behind him. They knew. They all knew what he was capable of, and they should. I mean, obviously, they've created that type of culture at their school to where it's okay. That's just so and so. That's how he is.
So you're suspended for the 2019 soccer season. Just soccer. He's also a wrestler. He plays football, but you're suspended for 2019 for the soccer season, but you're allowed to play the other sports. And then you do this in 2020, and then they're like, oh, well, you're suspended for the rest. And now his team can't play in the championship, and the coach is under probation. I mean, this is not the first time, and Nikki's right. It's probably not the second or the third. I mean, this has probably been happening all his life.
It's just unfortunate because it sounds like he was a hell of an athlete. Or
Well, he's a D1 guy, and I think that's why he was able to get away with it so long. You know how, sometimes when you got a really, really good player and he was in Edinburgh, which, may or may not have a lot of D1 guys, and he was a D1 guy. I think Edinburgh might be 5 or 6A because it's just a lot of people, but it's like in a Hispanic area, which normally don't get a lot of D1 guys. So
isn't it out of San Antonio?
Yeah, it's down that way somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's out of San Antonio.
And I think he got away with a lot of stuff
because his talent.
He was a D1 guy. Yeah, and you can tell he was an athlete if he playing all those sports that Tricia said he was playing.
Unfortunately, they just didn't do him any justice by allowing him to get away with it.
No, that made him worse. Man,
it made it worse, and now he won't get a scholarship. Who knows if he'll even get to go to college now?
Well, this is going to affect the rest of his life. Absolutely.
Well, hopefully go to JUCO. He gonna have to reset. He gonna have to go to. What'd you say, Nikki?
He can be on last chance U.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it.
Man, you gotta do it any way you can, any way necessary.
Yeah, he gonna have to go to JUCO route and get his stuff straight, and then somebody might give him. He show him that they can go 2 years without getting in trouble and doing old crazy stuff. Then they'll give him a shot. What you saying, Will?
Tricia, I thought they had the ref actually filed criminal charges against him or something, assault charges or something.
He got yesterday or 2 days ago. They're filing charges against him, I believe, or he has the possibility of facing criminal charges. But I wouldn't be surprised if that ref filed charges against him, because in Texas, I don't know how old he was though. Actually,
right?
If he was 17, he's legally an adult, but he could be charged as an adult because it's an assault case. But the ref, they thought, had a concussion, so they took him to the ambulance outside the stadium.
Yeah,
he hit that kid, and the guy was older. I mean, it wasn't a young guy. It was an older ref that he hit, and he knocked him pretty good. So, but I think that they're considering filing charges. Maybe I'm getting the two confused. I think the coach they are filing charges, and then the player, they're considering filing charges. I know he had a hearing with the school board, and he's suspended and not allowed to play any sports. I did read that.
The coach of that Little League team, he turned himself in.
Yeah.
Well, he should.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm like you.
Good.
Nick,
His
I'm like
apology
you.
was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I don't even see how that coach made it off the field. I'd have came out the stand.
Yeah, what parents was that?
That's right there on that fucking sideline. And if no other parent or man stood up for me, I would have burned that stake. I would have burned everything down.
Where the other parents at?
That are tweeting about it, saying, even if this wasn't my kid, that man wouldn't have been looking at me.
Right.
And the fact that none of those coaches checked him, bigger problem.
Yeah.
Why does the mom not want to press charges? That makes no sense to me.
I love that they forgave him.
I heard that. I'm like, what?
But he punched out your 9-year-old child. What are you saying to the child? You just got assaulted by your coach. I mean, I understand that it was a playoff game, but what does that really matter?
Right.
You know, if it's a playoff game, an everyday Y league, you don't touch a child like that, period. So the mom is saying we're not going to press charges. What are you telling your child? I'm not going to have your back. I'm not going to defend you, and it's okay for other people to lay hands on you.
Let me ask y'all a question.
They don't have a daughter.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Yes.
And I'm just curious because for the mama to say that she's not going to press charges, and I'm just throwing this out here, does he have a relationship with her?
Well, I was wondering the same thing. I'm not going to lie. That was my first thought.
Because something ain't right. I mean, for
I
him
didn't
to
think
be
about that.
putting his hands on her, for one, are you staying with the kid or just seeing him all the time with the mama? You dating the mama that you feel that comfortable you can do it. And then two, she going to back off and not press charges? That don't sound.
They didn't say mom. They said parents.
Right.
So,
that's what I'm going to say. Yeah.
But so did they say that just in a roundabout, broad spectrum? Or is it truly maybe he lives with his mom and maybe his mom did maybe do what you got to do with him? He don't act right at home. Do what you got to do with him.
Well, that's fault then.
You never know. You never know what kind of leadway somebody's been given, but that would never happen.
Yeah.
Would never happen to my kid.
Coaching that team to be that boy's father, even though a lot of times you have to step into that kind of role, and that's not the way that you deal with him messing up a play. And that's what it all stemmed from is it's a championship game, and he messed up a play. He's 9 years old.
Yeah.
You're going to mess up every single day.
Look.
My dad would cuss me out and call me everything, but
right.
He was my dad. What the hell are you trying to do? Don't waste my time. Don't waste my money.
What were you thinking?
Yeah.
That was my. What were you thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In both situations, to me, look at the levels it had to go to get to the point where it got. You know what I'm saying?
Again, what?
Look, you got to get for him to do that. For him to hit him twice. What? That means the assistant coaches was okay with the first hit. Because the first hit, I'd have been on him like, man, what the hell is you doing? I'd have grabbed him. Man, what's up?
Mm-hmm. That's very
true. You got to calm down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And with the high school player, it's been going on a long time. Something amiss there.
The amount of people that ran after that kid that went after the referee, they knew. They just were all slower than him.
Had the damn team. All the linemen, he was a lineman, so all the line was too slow to catch him.
Yeah. Tricia, that kid's so damn funny every single time. They were a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were not quite fast enough. Man, they should have touched his ankles. You know what? If he's ahead of you and you're not going to be able to make the tackle, you dive for the ankles and try to trip them up. That's what he should have done. Go for the ankle.
We got a couple of more people in here. We got Dan Coors. What's up, Dan Coors? We got Jim Marino. I played, he played basketball at college. I was a football player. So what's up, Jimmy? All right. We want to move on. We're going to probably pay some bills for just a couple of minutes. and then we're gonna come back. We're doing college football. Them sorry ass Gators that Will got on with that damn fake ass Gator head he got up in there.
Where your team at? Where Texas at?
Well, you know,
You ain't talking about coming to
I ain't got no
Texas.
Texas shit on. You got the Florida shit on with the Florida Gator
You don't
head.
even have no Steelers stuff on.
Man.
You supposed to be a Steelers fan.
Hey, the Steelers fans, they know who we are, right? All the Steelers fans know who the Steelers fans are.
And we're everywhere.
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 We gonna talk about y'all too. So let's go on and do what we do. So we can go on down
all
with
right.
y'all too.
Y'all give me a couple of minutes. We're going to pay some bills. Here you go.
Louis Potts. I'm Alan Preston. Together, we're all PNP Pets. I started Pest Control in 1981.
I started Pest Control in 1997 for myself.
In 2006, I founded my company, Pro Red Pest Management.
In 1997, I started AP2 Bugs.
So I've been knowing Alan for over 10 years, good guy. So in 2012, we founded our company
Y'all
together.
got any big
All
plans for
PNP Pest
Christmas?
Management. That's P2P, President Potts.
I'm the president, and he's the
I'm the
I'm
boss.
not going to
When I first got a test drop,
because I just don't want my sister.
I have a great passion. Right today, even 30 years later, I still have the same passion I had when I first started.
Your Pest Control is something that my whole life I've always
My
been around.
sisters, but she lives
Little town called Hitchcock.
on the other side
I
of
always
Plano.
had something I always like to do with Pest Control.
My
It's always
aunt
so find something you love to do.
so
You know what to do.
we're all kind of,
Right
I'll
now,
go by and hang out. So my grandmother lives in
It's our
a,
job, it's our passion.
in a
We
retirement
offer a lot of
complex.
services such as bed bugs,
And
termites, mosquitoes,
Luckily, her
rodent
patio
control,
faces the
and
parking lot.
we show you how you
hang out
can help
over
us
there,
solve
visit
these
her and
problems,
stuff. And
such as
you know,
moisture around the house.
Yes, this has
Pots
been
to
very
collect
hard
water.
on her.
That's in the mosquito
Yes,
control.
I'm not fooling my
Holes
sister.
in your foundation issues, weep holes, gaps in your doors, open gaps above your roof line.
If bugs are bugging you, you should be bugging us.
So contact us at the
I
information
don't want to hear
below.
about it anymore.
The election, you know what? At the end of the day, I don't care who anybody votes for. It's your business.
Right. It's your business, exactly.
However, me and her got into it over the Black Lives Matter deal and white privilege and things like that. And she wanted to sit there and say it doesn't exist and this, that, and the other. And she couldn't have an intelligent conversation about it.
Wow.
And she kind of kept reverting to, well, we know what's right and wrong, Nikki. We know what's right and wrong. I was like, you know what?
Who is this, Nikki?
My sister.
Oh, yeah.
I'm done.
Did she grow up with you?
Sort of. I grew up a little bit different. I grew up kind of all over the place.
Right.
And but I did take care of her in high school. Like, she came and lived with me. Like, it's been interesting. That's all.
Well, a lot of things is based off your experiences in life, I think. That's just
Yeah, but that's just it. She's dated all races. She had tons of black friends growing up. But it's almost like, well, I'm not racist. I had black friends, but yet her mentality is very racist, and her take on things. And so,
Does she have a black kid like you?
no. But she was real quick to say, and I had to check her when she was a senior in high school.
That might be interesting.
I want to have a little mixed baby because it'll be cute.
That's not the attitude to take.
Thank you. Thank you.
That'll be interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah. Y'all keep talking. If y'all got some more to say on that, that was good. That was good conversation right there.
We still live now?
Yeah, we still out. We ain't never went nowhere.
Well,
Them mics is hot till I tell you they not hot.
Oh, he's just loading up for the Steelers, but
Yeah, he waiting for us to talk about the Steelers.
you know what? He can talk all he wants to because we still have 6 Super Bowls.
Now,
Talk all he wants.
let's get in the Steelers because I want to leave us plenty of time. Much y'all want to talk about because I can talk about the Steelers all day. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm the dude that go to different stadiums. We take a boys trip every year. Dale, you know all the boys that go. Hey, we take a boy. If we at a different stadium, I wear my Steelers stuff, and it'll be a different game. It won't be no Steelers game, no nothing like that. They say, "Why are you wearing Steelers over here?" I said, "When you got the most Super Bowls In the NFL, you got free reign to go anywhere. You the king around here. I'm the king around here. I tell him.
Well, you know what? Let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah. What?
Y'all done lost the last 2 games, Tricia. Nikki.
Right.
The last 2.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if y'all gonna be objective or y'all gonna be more like Rob up here, emotional, and you know he could be a quarterback. Y'all still gonna win because y'all still.
No, if
We're still going to be in the playoffs, but there's a lot of stuff that needs to change for us to have any shot in the playoffs.
Okay.
We have played horrible the last 2 games. We didn't deserve to win either one of those. I mean, you just look at Tomlin. Tomlin says you don't want it, you're not going to get it. You're not going to catch the ball, you're not going to play. You have one job and you're not doing it. We're not doing what we need to do. You know, and those 11 games, those weren't blowouts. We've been doing work every week.
Putting up points on the board, and that's going to be a huge problem if we get to play Kansas City or somebody like that. Because if we can't put offensive points on, then we ain't shit. And we're playing so soft. God, we're
6
playing
inches
so soft.
from the goal line, and we had 4 downs to get it in 6 inches. 6 inches.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
You talking about the last game?
I'm talking about, and
What?
Washington.
The last 3 games. Shit.
Both games.
Yeah.
Both games.
I mean,
What do you think y'all need to-
when we played Dallas, we came out of that game torn up. We had just played the Titans. We had just played the Ravens. We were pretty beat up, and we didn't play well, but we still won the game. We still got done what needed to be done. We played Washington. That game was awful, just absolutely awful. I mean, we have no run game, which closes down the passing game, and it's closed even more when your receivers won't catch the ball. And then we're playing with no backup linebackers at all. We have practice squad guys out there protecting Ben Roethlisberger, and he's always got the ball out fast, but 1 second to get the ball out before he got sacked for the first time in how long? He didn't have time to throw the ball deep. Everybody said if he'll just throw it deep and open it up. Oh, I love it.
What the hell is that, Nick? Is that a still a transformer, baby? I like that.
And my Steeler Nutcracker. My son gave me that.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like that.
I ain't seen that one before. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, Nikki, what do you think? What do you think the problem is that y'all need to improve on?
The running game and toughness. But the running game is huge. We don't have any running game. I mean, especially, and Connor's okay. I mean, but he's not.
Like he was the first 2 years. He's just
he's okay. I mean, he's no Le'Veon Bell. He's he's no Chubb. I mean, he's just kind of it's all right. He has a good story. But
What do you think this Buffalo game kind of exploited, put y'all on blast in front of every national TV to show y'all weaknesses that other teams can kind of say, okay, this is the game plan. How
I
you
don't
can
think
beat
it took that game.
No, it's been going on.
It's nothing new.
Right.
It's just, we started out well, but we've never been a really high scoring team. Like in the past maybe, but this year, the last couple of years, hell, 17, 23, we've never been a really high scoring team. So
no, we've always been a defense powered team.
Yeah. And so, it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the season works out.
Well, Rob and I have been discussing this, and he was like, we're okay. And I told him, I said, I'm worried for playoffs. I think it's going to be one and done unless there's some. Yeah, I'm not. I'm objective. I'm honest because without a run game, you can't open up the deep field. And if you don't open up the deep field, and you got to give Roethlisberger time. The only reason Brown was ever successful is because Roethlisberger had time, and he would stiff arm and give him time to get open. That's why he was successful. That's why he hasn't been successful anyplace else he's played.
And he didn't drop the ball.
And he didn't drop the ball. Where's Claypool? What the hell happened to Claypool?
But I for the life of me, I haven't figured out. They're not doing the same things offensively that they did early in the season. I mean, they're not doing it close to what they doing. And the only thing I think they doing, they trying to not put stuff on camera for the playoffs. That's the only. I don't understand.
You think so?
Well, I mean, you do what you do. It never stopped working. It never stopped working. I don't understand that. It didn't stop working.
The only change that I've seen in the last 2 games that was good is they stopped doing that damn sweep with Connor.
Well, she
Stop doing that sweep with Connor. I'm like, Connor is not fast enough to do a sweep like that, and they ran it play after play after play. It was ridiculous.
And I guarantee you, when the playoffs start, whatever that offense we was running at the beginning of the year, they're gonna crank that shit back up. I guarantee you. Because they haven't been doing it, and they know it worked. They know it worked. But they stopped for some reason. I don't know why they stopped. I don't know if they didn't want to keep putting that on film, or I don't know. The little sweep to Claypool, nobody can stop it. They really can't. On the goal line, a yard, 2 yards, he too big and too strong for any DB to stop him going sideways and getting up the field. But they stopped running the plays that they did early in the season for some reason. It don't even look like the same offense we was running early in the season. That's just to me.
It's kind of like the same bullshit you've seen the Cowboys do. You know,
please don't put us in the same goddamn sentence as the Cowboys.
Why would you divert and get away from the shit that works? That's
right. Right.
But hey, Rob, do you think that it's possibly like our line has every single one of them, Pouncey, all of them have been going out?
Yeah, that hurts.
It's a whole different crew there, and they're not used to playing together, and they're not giving Roethlisberger the time that we had at the beginning of the season. Yeah. He was holding the ball sometimes for 6 seconds in the NFL. 6 seconds. Now he's throwing it in under 2 seconds, which he's always gotten rid of it fast, but now he has to get rid of it.
But he can't buy time either like he used to be able to.
I can't do that either. I'm old.
He ain't trying to get hit. It's cold. I'm old. You know, Nikki, you got a messed up knee. You ain't want nobody hitting that goddamn knee right now.
No. But I'm just saying that's part of it too. You know, I mean, he used to be able to escape shit and he'd fight, and now it's just kind of like, I'm old.
Yeah. He used to fight in the pocket. He doesn't do it as much anymore, and he doesn't like getting hit like he used to. You could, like Rob was saying one time, he doesn't ever turn his back on the defense or play action or any of that stuff anymore because he didn't like getting hit. I don't blame him. I wouldn't like getting hit if I was 20, much less 40.
When you got young kids at the house, you don't want them seeing you getting blasted by Raven Suggs in the chest.
Think about it. In the beginning of his career, the linebackers, they were 315 pounds and run a 4.6. I mean, those linebackers, they didn't look like that when he first started. You know?
Right.
They're big and they're freight trained and they hit hard now. I mean, and they're fast.
Yeah. You got any questions, Will? I know you got a lot of questions for the Steelers. How about that?
Who y'all got to play next?
We got Cincy.
Bengals, right?
Yeah, that's the Escaloosa.
The Colts and the Browns.
Bengals will be easy. Well,
no.
We should win that. We
We should get back in our winning ways with them.
Now, the Browns is going to be...
That's the last game of the season.
Well, hopefully the Browns won't matter. I'm hoping the Browns don't matter, but I got a sneaky suspicion that New Orleans is going to beat... I think New Orleans going to beat Kansas City, and then we're going to be right back in the mix for the number 1 seed.
Is Drew Brees going to be back for that game?
I don't think so.
He's still questionable. They will not beat Kansas City without Drew Brees. Taysom Hill will not beat Kansas City.
What'd you say, Nikki?
They won't win. The Kansas City will beat the Saints. 100%.
And see, Tricia and Nikki, I kind of agree with you guys, and I'm glad, Tricia, you brought this up. I think you just touched on something. I think it's going to watch between now and Saturday. It might be a quarterback controversy with Jamie Winston and Taysom Hill. because murmurs was coming around it. The way he ran up, did y'all see that last game when they played Philadelphia?
I did not.
The way he was half throwing the ball, one throwing it deep enough, and at least Jameis Winston would push you down the field. And you're going to have to throw down the field and try to make something happen and put some points on the board against Kansas City.
Mm-hmm. It's absolutely a slap fest offensively, any team that plays Kansas City, because it doesn't matter that Kansas City's defense isn't that strong. Their run defense, their pass defense, because he's going to turn around and put points on the board almost every time he gets the ball. And if you can't keep up with that, you're not going to beat him. You got to have a decent defense to stop them at least once, probably 2 or 3 times, and you got to be able to put points on the board.
I got a question for you, Tricia. I got a question for you. Ask Will about the Super Bowl. You know you're a 49ers fan.
With the games this weekend, your Cowboys actually are back in the mix for. I mean, it's laughable because it's not going to happen, but they actually could go to the playoffs. We all know it's not going to happen. They're just going to go down
right now.
Yeah, I wish they go to the playoffs. Then there'd be less draft picks they get, and because they need about 30. So yeah.
Isn't that the king of one and done?
Yeah.
Cowboys, one and done. They are the master.
What's y'all viewpoint on the situation in Dallas with Dak Prescott, as far as them trying to sign him or franchise him or get rid of him? Or...
I don't see how they have a choice but to sign him. They already screwed themselves by signing Zeke to that crazy contract. They already screwed themselves. They paid him way too much money.
Way too much too fast.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Way too much money. And I don't know how they cannot sign Dak. I mean, who else are they going to get?
I think Dak is all right. Like, I like Dak.
Yeah.
And the fact that they wouldn't pay him, I don't think that he is a Russell Wilson type contract, but he should have gotten paid. This
is my take on it, Nikki. Dak, any Cowboy quarterback, look at all the bullshit that they got to deal with. They got to deal with Jerry Jones bullshit ass.
I can't stand that man.
You got to deal with the country club attitude. You got to deal with, we gon' show the glitz and glamour without doing nothing behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Because we're American people.
Because you should lay down because I come in the stadium. Lay down and let me win. Right?
Yeah.
You got to deal with that. You got to deal with all the dysfunctionality within the coaching ranks. Right? You got to deal with all of that. You got to deal with the players being able to jump the coach and go to the GM because he the owner. Right? The coach don't have no power. Keep counting, Will. I'm up to about 5 or 7. Right? Now, if you got it, Nikki, what you say, Nikki?
The coaches have no power.
Right.
The coaches don't have any power. You are so right.
Nothing. So if you was a coach of the team, Nikki, if you was a coach of the team, you said something to me, you know what I tell you? We gonna go ask Mr. Jones about that. I ain't gotta listen to what you talking about. Yeah. Right?
Go ask Mr. Jones.
Yeah, let's go ask Mr. Jones. If you cut me on the field, you say, God damn it, Rob, you cut. Get your ass, take your shit and go to the hot dog. I don't want to see you no more. And I'll be back out there next tomorrow, standing next to Mr. Jones smiling at you. Hey, how you doing, Nikki? You know what I'm saying? That's what Dak.
I'm surprised McCarthy took that job.
Right, what?
You know, I'm surprised McCarthy took that job.
Well, he took it because out of desperation. He ain't had nothing.
He didn't have no, yeah, that's true.
And you gonna give me, you gonna $5 or $6 million to come in. Hey, I'm gonna come in, you know. I ain't got nothing. I sat up a year. He sat up a year, right? And then, you know, but that's the thing Dak got to deal with. I would take Dak on the Steelers because just of what all he got to deal with and the leadership he showed throughout it and how the team responded afterwards, to me, shows me he top notch. The thing is, his situation is dragging him down so much. He got to provide so much support for everything else. He don't hardly have nothing for the field. God damn.
But Nikki, I know a lot of people view what you were saying, that y'all don't feel Dak is a Russell Wilson type, but, and correct me if I'm wrong, Rob, because I know you will. You got to look at what you worth to that team.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. And I do feel like you, as a football player, you put your life on the line week in and week out. And I do feel like you should always shoot for the stars when it comes to your money. Because there's no telling if your next play or your next game is going to be the last time you're on the fucking field. I mean, look at Shazier. I mean, that was, oh my God.
Devastating. That guy in Seattle, that he was fighting a contract and then he broke his leg so bad, and then he flipped off his coaches when he was being wheeled off because he knew
I know you're talking about that safety. What's his name? I know you're talking about.
Who was that? Yeah, who was that, Tricia?
He went to the Ravens. He was Legion of Boom, Rob. The safety.
Yeah. I could see his face, but I can't remember his name. But
he went to the Ravens.
You went to Ray. You talking about Earl Thomas?
Earl Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Orange, Texas, right down here.
That's what happened to him. It's exactly what happened to him.
Yeah, I mean, they had guys heart stop on the field, so, you know, any play can be, you know.
I mean, you never know. So
right.
I feel like you feel like you're worth that, shit, fight for it. But don't shoot yourself in the foot, you know? I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
You only worth as much somebody give you, right? If they give me 50, I take 50.
He's taking a pay cut so that he stays protected. So is Tom Brady. I mean, if you're smart, not only you go for the money, but you play the game. You got to make sure that the team still can protect you. Because what difference does it make if you get another $20 million if you're going to get your neck broken on the next game, you know?
Yeah. All right, we're going to go real quick. This is going to be, I want to see y'all, your best AFC teams, your best NFC teams. Is it too early for y'all Super Bowl prediction? Should I come back to y'all with that? It's too early for mine, because I at least need to see the playoffs.
Too early.
A little bit too early. We'll come back to y'all. But I need your best AFC teams, your best NFC teams, and maybe a little bit of prediction on your Steelers. You know what I'm saying? On my Steelers. You know what I'm saying? Just where you see us going. I got a little prediction of it because I got an idea how Tomlin teams play. So
Rob, you asking them, do they need just one out of the AFC they gonna pick? And one out of NFC?
No, just kind of how they feel about the AFC teams and the NFC teams. And then what they see, they probably can pick their NFC team coming out, but, you know, they hard with the Steelers, so it's going to be hard picking the AFC team. Mine is.
That's what I'm saying. You just want them to pick one AFC team, not the top three.
No, I said pick your best AFC teams and, you know, talk about that, and it'll lead to who you think going to coming out, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Who's going to be at the Super Bowl?
Let's start off AFC. I know y'all starting off with the Steelers, right? Let's start out with the Steelers, baby. Shit.
The playoff is going to be the Chiefs and the Steelers.
I agree. I think the championship game.
It's going to be very hard though to beat the Chiefs. I mean, but they can do it. I mean, I've seen them do some wild shit.
Hey.
It can be done.
It's going to be harder if we have to go to Arrowhead. I would love, and I'm with Rob. I can see the Saints beating Kansas City. I can see it, but only if he's back. If he's not back, because they're playing down in New Orleans,
right?
But I think he might be back, but I don't think he's going to be healthy.
But do you really
I really think Kansas City's going to take it? But I would love for Kansas City to lose that game.
Hold on, nigga.
And us go 3 and out, and then we have first seed. We have home field advantage because it's all different when we're where the ketchup bottle is.
Yeah, what'd you say, Nikki?
I said, do you really think home field advantage makes a big difference right now, though?
Nah, not with no fans in there.
I agree with you, Nikki. I agree with you. I don't think it does. Ain't no fans there. Any other year, I agree with you.
But it's your home field. I mean, it's comfortable. You know the terrain. I mean, playing on somebody else's, you're in somebody else's house and you know it the whole time you're playing.
I think
But then you're in somebody else's house, so you come in and be dominant. I can see that too.
Go ahead, Nikki.
We're playing in a dome or playing outside, in grass or turf. I think that's going to be that. That would make a difference, but I don't think home field this year is
Because no fans.
Yep.
I think what it hurt
Loud.
the worst, I think, is the defenses. Because if I'm at home, the Steelers at home in defense, and they playing Renegade, and the crowd is going wild, the offense can't hear shit.
Yeah.
They got to go. They got to go on sound on everything. You doing signals. You know what I'm saying?
We talking about any other year. We talking about this year now. So we ain't got to talk about
Right, but I'm saying what it hurt the worst. It hurt your defenses the worst. Right? And our defense is one of the best in the league. So it hurt our defense the worst.
It was. The last 2 games, they haven't been that great.
Y'all remember Troy Polamalu?
I love Troy Polamalu.
Yeah, we got a little Troy Polamalu. You need to watch Hilton. You watch Mike Hilton. He probably the pound for pound the best defensive player we got on the team. It's just nobody talk about him.
He's good, but
stay at Fitzpatrick first, man.
No, you need to watch Mike Hilton during the game. We'll just watch him. If you watch a Steelers game, you watch him.
he's been a shining star the last 2 games.
Man.
He has been all over the field. But when he goes over the line at the snap and tackles the back right as he gets the ball, then maybe. Or he scoops a couple of interceptions with, Hilton needs to get a couple more interceptions.
Yeah, you're right.
He jump the count a couple of times, and then maybe we can label him Little Moo, but not right now.
Yeah,
not today.
Right. You're right.
Not today.
All right, so you on the AFC side, y'all agree it's gonna be out of us and KC anyway. Still, I think so too.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the Ravens come fighting back. They're getting healthy and they're fighting back.
They are.
Yeah,
so
but
y'all gonna discredit to have Buffalo gave y'all that ear. Y'all don't even consider them wrong.
I think Kansas City can take Buffalo out for us.
Yeah, and then we got a lot of people out. By the playoff time, we be ready for Buffalo, man. If we had to see them again, I ain't got no problem playing them again. We be ready for them, man.
Y'all do spectacular.
Hey, we're gonna have to have y'all on, even if for a quick hot second. I gotta get y'all Super Bowl picks when it get playoff time. Even if you gotta email them to me and I put them on the show, because I want to say this is Tricia's picks and these are Nikki picks, so I can hold you accountable, baby.
Get them our picks by the end of next week, so we can see if we're right.
I'm gonna give my at the end of the year. I'm gonna have the whole playoff picture laid out for you. When they got the playoff picture, I'm gonna have it laid out for you.
If I had to pick today, I would say Green Bay and Kansas City.
Right.
If I had to pick today, by the way the Steelers have been playing.
Okay.
But I hope in 2 weeks I'm going to be saying Steelers and Saints.
Okay. All right.
You know what? I wouldn't be mad about that because I think we can beat the Saints. So
I think we can beat anybody if we show up. We just got to get a damn run game. Oh my God.
This gonna piss people off on the NFC side. The champion is coming out of AFC. It don't matter who come out of NFC.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's so nice though to be able to say that because for so long the AFC has kind of been
yeah.
So
And I don't like Tom Brady winning, so
He's not going to win.
Yeah.
Tom Brady is wrong.
I swear to God, I'll shave my head.
You know what? He doesn't have Belichick behind him. He's just going to throw interceptions in the playoffs. So he'll be gone.
Well, his coach don't film the game before, so All right.
Both of y'all said Green Bay, but if you remember, Green Bay already played Tampa Bay this year and got wiped out. So if they end up playing Tampa Bay in the playoffs,
Tom Brady's wiped out now.
Anything can happen any given Sunday. Remember, Will?
I think
Except on Saturday. Except on Saturday. College is so predictable.
So true.
His team's gonna look like the gator in front of him, mouth open, gap.
Oh yeah.
hey, we gonna see. Cause I really don't believe y'all gonna be able to do nothing with Kansas City. Not the way y'all playing. I really don't.
Well, we don't have to do anything until the AFC playoffs.
That's his hard talking. He don't want to he don't want us to get 2 Super Bowls up on his beloved San Francisco 49ers.
I ain't got no beef with Pittsburgh. I ain't got no beef. I ain't no Cowboy fan.
No, you're a San Francisco fan. We already 1 up on you. You're gonna get 2 up on you.
You still are sitting over there talking like you got problems with Steelers. So what's the deal?
No, I'm being objective because I've been around Rob too long. He act like
that's how he got ejected.
Y'all still gonna do something. I'm so glad that you and Tricia been on here. Y'all been objective.
Realistic, right? We got to be realistic. We can't.
But you know what? We went through how many quarterbacks last season, and we still didn't have a losing season. So we always do something. We don't.
I think that goes. One thing that I love is Mike Tomlin.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe they give him the.
I like that thing, Nikki.
As a coach, that they should.
I'm laughing at Nikki.
He said, "Fuck Antonio Brown."
All right, we're gonna close it out, y'all, because I gotta edit this damn thing down 2 times tonight. So, man, it was good. Hey, we're gonna have to have y'all on definitely for another ladies' night here pretty soon, man. Maybe for definitely for the season over, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about right before the playoffs? I want to hear what y'all got to say.
Oh shit, we'll call y'all out.
You know we're messing with you, Will. Good luck on your game. I don't have a dog in that fight, so good luck.
Yeah.
We don't need it.
Yeah.
I like it, Tricia.
All right, ladies, I'm gonna play the outro and y'all close out anytime, man. It was a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really good time. I appreciate y'all getting on. Hey, this is the front row. Rob, we got Tricia and we got Nikki. Man. Hey, what was this? Episode 3? Season 2, episode 3, man. Good show. Hey, from here on out, we having a baller show, baby. A baller show. And hey, we got just because football season goes, we got the NCAA coming. My school is doing a spring schedule. I know JSU doing a spring schedule. A lot of the HBCUs, so we're gonna keep it rolling. All right. All right, hey.